One man, one mission, to rid the world of chronic anxiety once and for all. The anxiety guy, Dennis Simsek, shares his personal transformation from living a life filled with overwhelming worry to becoming a full-fledged positivity machine, a leading authority in generalized anxiety. Dennis gets to the truth of your mental health challenges and sets you on a path to transforming each and every area of your life. Here he is, the one and only, the anxiety guy.
Warriors, welcome to episode number 71, but first, a quick message from our sponsors. The Anxiety Guy podcast is supported in part by HelloFresh, the meal kit service dedicated to making cooking fun, easy, and convenient. Each week, HelloFresh creates new delicious recipes with step-by-step instructions designed to take around 30 minutes for everyone from novices to seasoned home cooks short on time. They source the freshest ingredients measured to the exact quantity needed so that there's no food waste. All delivered to your doorstep in a special insulated box for free. For 50% off your first box, visit hellofresh.ca and enter promo code ANXIETY50 when you subscribe. Warriors, welcome to episode number 71. Today we're answering a very important question, and that is, what is the most important factor to health anxiety recovery? First and foremost, we must understand that some people tend to move past health anxiety so swiftly, even though they've been severely traumatized, they've been suffering for quite a long time at moderate to severe levels. How do they do it compared to people that seem like they suffer forever? This is a question that I've been brainstorming for a very long time, and since the Anxiety Guy is based around health anxiety, GAD, and panic disorder, this is a very, very important episode that I'm so grateful to have you on board with. So, today, I set you free. I let you know what the most important factor is, which comes down to your mindset. Now, let's explain what this means. What is a mindset? A mindset is an approach to a challenge. A mindset is an approach to your past memories and your beliefs. A mindset is an approach to your emotions, okay? So when you get an emotion or when you get a thought, some people tend to move past those emotions, those thoughts, very swiftly. It's like a fart in the breeze. It comes and it goes. The fear comes and it goes. But for some people, it sticks around. So it's important that today, starting today, we start to master our mindset so that we can implement some of those techniques, those skill sets that you're learning. Now, a fixed mindset, this is the one we're talking about first. The fixed mindset is focused on how you will be judged. So, if you live in a world where you believe that you have a fixed mindset, that means that you think that intelligence is something you are born with, that skills and abilities is something you are born with, that you have a ceiling as far as how fulfilled and happy your life is going to be. There is always a ceiling. There is always a block with a fixed mindset. You don't believe that growth is possible in different aspects of your life. You believe that the way things are the way things are. If you're born with it, you have it. Now, then there's the opposite to this, and this is the growth mindset, which focuses on progress being made. It doesn't focus on perfection. It doesn't focus on the finish line. It focuses on this. How much progress have you made today towards the goal that you want to achieve in your life? That's a growth mindset. Who had it? Muhammad Ali had it. Muhammad Ali studied his opponent's minds day and night. Although he never had the strength, the stature, and on paper wasn't the perfect boxer, Think about Sonny Liston, this guy who was powerful, this guy who was a tank, and this guy was supposed to be the guy. And there comes Muhammad Ali jumping around, floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. Next thing you know, his words he put into action. He got into his opponent's heads mentally. He didn't have the skills, but he created a mindset that focused on how to approach his opponent's weaknesses. Okay? That's how Muhammad Ali became such a great boxer. Michael Jordan. I truly believe that Michael Jordan, if he was never cut from his high school basketball team, we just may not be talking about Michael Jordan the same way we do today as a legend of the game. When he got cut from that basketball team in high school, he created a growth mindset. He said, you know what? For the next year, I'm going to go into that basketball court and I'm going to be shooting hoops from morning till night. And nobody's going to be denying me again from this moment in my life because it's too painful. The easy thing to do is to mope. He could have moped. He could have been the victim. He could have gone home and said, hey, mom, basketball is just not for me. I got cut. Right? But that perseverance, that struggle that he went through created the person he is today and the basketball player he is today. Okay? So he adopted a growth mindset. Now, to implement this idea of gaining a growth mindset starting today, we must understand these two things. I can learn and change my mindset. This is number one. Number two is personality traits can change. Personality traits are not fixed in stone. This is a fixed mindset. There will be a personal revolution happening in your thinking once you adopt a growth mindset. A growth mindset means, yes, I can. A growth mindset means, okay, just because that person did it, that means that I can do it as well. That's a growth mindset. When I go back to my tennis playing days, I sucked at the pros because I grew up with a fixed mindset due to my parents, due to my upbringing, and I didn't know how to handle losing. I saw myself as a failure when I started to lose in the pros, whereas in the junior leagues, I was winning everything. So that right there told me, you know what, I've got to get used to this idea of losing and making mistakes, because the more mistakes I make, the closer I'm getting to my objective. This is truly important. I wasn't praised for progress. I was praised for results. Hey, you won? Great. That means that today you can be fulfilled. You can be happy today. Today you can live your life in an area where, you feel free. And I was like, what? There's something wrong here, because isn't life supposed to be fun? Isn't life supposed to be fulfilling and joyful? But you know what? I didn't feel that because I was always raised on the idea that I needed to get results in order to be happy or fulfilled. And that was something I had to change as I went on with my life. I grew up with a fixed mindset. I was told that, I wasn't good enough. Perfection was the only answer to feeling fulfilled and happy. Subconscious mind groups things by what's familiar. So since this was my greatest core belief, other aspects of my life were affected by this approach. That's what tends to happen. If you look at yourself in one way, you look at yourself in that way in every aspect of your life. And the universe will get out of the way and it will keep giving you what is in harmony with how you're feeling right now. So, how are you feeling right now? And what kind of mindset do you have right now? Those are very important questions we need to answer right now. Some people ask me, Dennis, why does the End the Anxiety program work so well? I say, you know what? Because it equips you with the growth mindset. So many people go, Dennis, I've tried everything. I've tried therapy. I've tried this. I've tried that. I've tried coaching, mentoring. I've watched every video. I am an expert at anxiety. But the problem is you have a fixed mindset. And a fixed mindset means that you don't believe you can. You don't believe you can overcome health anxiety. You don't believe you can overcome anxiety because success in itself is scary. We haven't felt relaxed in so long. We haven't felt calm and at zen and a sense of having that feeling of, my mind is clear. My mind is super clear today. We haven't had that in a long time. And the idea of having that is scary for your system because it's so foreign, because it just hasn't been experienced in big doses yet. And in order for the subconscious mind to accept something that is new, you must prove to it that you have enough history of success behind this new approach. When you have this, your system, in fact, accepts this new programming. But this is where the growth mindset comes in. When you have a growth mindset and at the end of the day, you're looking at your day and it was a struggle. It was difficult, but you did implement a couple of skill sets today. You did wake up with a brand new habit. You did take the time to challenge your thinking patterns. You did take the time to balance out your thoughts by not only seeing the irrational, but at that moment you saw the rational as well. These are all breakthroughs that your subconscious mind must be aware of. This is why I mentioned the idea of a journal being so important at the end of the day. At the end of the day, if you're not keeping track of your little tiny baby step breakthroughs, then you have a fixed mindset. Who's more important than you? Nobody. And that is why you must take time to start giving back to you. Stop thinking about your career so much. 12 hours a day of working. Yes, the kids are important, but you are the most important person. Those kids are not going to grow up the way you want them to until you adopt a growth mindset, until you eliminate the critical thinking patterns that you have, the irrational thinking patterns that you have, until you start to see your sensations as just a sensation. Nothing will change. You're seeing your sensations and symptoms of anxiety as being life-threatening. You're seeing them as something that is going to lead to a debilitating, catastrophic end. And because of this fear of the unknown and what's going to happen in the future, because of this fear, you are feeding your anxiety. You're putting more wood on the fire. You're making that fire huge when in fact you can start to take the wood away. You can start to put some water on that fire. You can start to do this simply by adopting a growth mindset. Before you do anything, work on the way you see yourself. Work on the way you see your progress. This is important. If you go back in the day and you say, my goodness, my 3 core beliefs that are running the show right now, that are creating all this anxiety within me, these started with my parents. These started with my teachers, my friends. I adopted these from these experiences. This is not me. This is not me. When you start to think in this way, you can start to change those beliefs simply by gaining the realization first. Gain the realization first. Where did this come from? All of this may have started with one simple panic attack. Yes, it was really scary. Yes, you thought you were having a heart attack. I understand, I've been there, but that happened once, and that was a result of a perceived threat to your amygdala. It thought a saber-toothed tiger was around the corner and therefore prepared your body to either fight or to run away. And because of this, we need to see it as this. We can't be seeing things as bigger than what they are. We cannot mold things. We cannot construct things to be this debilitating great monster in our lives. No. What this is is a fly that's buzzing around your face. What this is a puppy that you just brought home that needs training. What this is a baby that's crying in the corner there. And what you wouldn't do is make that baby cry even more by not giving it attention. Your thoughts, your past beliefs need attention. But more than anything, what needs attention is your outlook, is your mindset. How are you approaching the day? Today, I hope I have no anxiety. Today, I hope my sensations don't show up when I go to that meeting. No. The approach is this. I don't care about people's judgments. If people see that I'm tingling, if people see that I'm over sweating or I'm going to the bathroom a little bit too much due to my health anxiety, guess what? That's fine, because in the end, how much do these people mean to me? Are they family? No, they're not family. So why are you worried about their judgment so much? Why? We're living in a world where everything we do is based around how people see us. And this is the weakness. This is the weakness. We got to go buy those shoes or that new outfit that just came out, or we have to be a certain way. Why don't we just be a certain way based around how we see ourselves? How about that approach? How about having a growth mindset starting today rather than a fixed mindset? Imagine the weight of the world on your shoulders dissipating, being eliminated simply by turning your mindset from going, oh my goodness, here's the finish line. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm shooting for perfection. I hope I don't have anxiety today. Instead of that, going to your growth mindset and going, you know what? Yes, I have some weaknesses, but I also have some strengths. But through those weaknesses, I'm learning about myself even more. This anxiety journey, I'm learning about myself. I'm learning about my thought patterns. Guess what? You're watching this right now. You're listening to this podcast right now. You're gaining a ton of great knowledge and information. You're a smart person. You're an intelligent person. Don't ever second guess that. Don't ever question that. All you have to do is start adopting this new approach today. Start seeing yourself as someone that's a work in progress, someone that's going to get to where they want to get to in time. But there is no finish line. There is only learning, there is only progress, and there is only baby steps. That's all there is. I understand how catastrophic, how debilitating health anxiety is. I understand that. But we cannot desensitize ourselves unless we adopt this idea that we can, unless we adopt this idea that progress is equal to happiness. Progress equals happiness. That's the truth. I'll see you in episode number 72. Love you so very much. And remember, you are more than anxiety. Bye, warriors.
Thanks for being an important part of the Anxiety Guy podcast community. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a positive rate and review. If you're searching for further support on your road to recovery from anxiety, head over to anxietyexit.com and take part in the powerful End the Anxiety program based around the CBT model. If you're searching for a more one-on-one approach, you can sign up now for personal coaching sessions with Dennis via Skype. Remember, you are more than anxiety. See you in the next episode.